Okay, welcome to Excel Bliss, and this is a channel meant for you. It's meant to give you vital information concerning education, and in that we have scholarships, we have how you can get visas to study abroad, how you can get loans, how you can get jobs for those who are graduates, for those who want to work abroad. So this channel is meant for you. Do well by subscribing. Please don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to click on the notification button so that anytime we have vital information to pass across, you will be notified. How to move to the US and get your dream tech job. It might seem like an impossible task, but your chances of getting hired by a tech company in the USA are much higher in your home country. If this is a question that's weighing on your mind, then I have exactly the advice for you that will help you with your next move to America. Read our blog post, How to Move to the US and Get Your Dream Tech Job. The question now is, can I go to the USA and search for a job? The rules for the rules for entering the United States have become stricter in recent years, making it more difficult to find a job in the country if you do not already have one. However, networking is still an important factor in finding employment, and there are several ways to go about it. Networking is all about giving yourself the chance to explore and help others. It's not about trying to reach as many people as possible. Instead, focus on exploring and helping those who you come across. This approach is critical for finding a job in any country, but especially in the United States, where personal connections are often key to getting hired. If you're unable to find any contacts through personal networking, try using indirect methods like online job boards or social media. However, these approaches are less likely to be successful than reaching out directly to companies that interest you. Consider, if all else fails, consider moving to the United States and searching for a job while living there. Though it may be more difficult than before, it's still possible to find work in America if you are willing to put in the effort. Is it hard for an immigrant to land a dream job in USA? There is a lot of competition for jobs in the IT field regardless of your immigration status. However, there are certain things you can do to increase your chances of landing your dream job in the United States. First, it is important to make sure that you have the proper education and credentials depending on your desired field. You may need a degree or other credential from an accredited institution in order to work in the United States. For healthcare fields such as doctors and nurses, you have to pass a test equivalent to your desired degree. Licensing is also required in most states for physicians and specialists. If you want to find a job in one of these fields, be sure to research what licenses are needed in the state where you would like to work. You can find this information on the website of each state's licensing board. If your profession is not listed above, then you do not need an equivalence for your degrees. But that doesn't mean it will be easy. You will still need a strong resume and cover letter, as well as excellent interview skills. Start by doing some research on popular IT companies in the US and target those firms when applying for jobs. How to move to the US and get your dream tech job? Why move to the US? There are many reasons to move to the US for a tech job, such as acquiring experience, exposure to new ideas and cultures, and relocation abroad. The top reason is usually to acquire experience. The US is a great place to gain experience in the technology field because of the number of companies located here. Additionally, working in the US exposes you to new ideas and cultures from around the world. Finally, relocating abroad can be an amazing opportunity for your career. Requirements to move to the US. When looking to move to the US and work in the tech industry, it's important to understand that employers don't usually list lofty requirements on job postings. They may want candidates who have experience gaps that they can close. Job postings are more of a wish list than strict requirements. Required skills vary from job to job. To ultimately get a tech job, it's possible to ultimately get a tech job in the US if you have the right strategy and approach. There are many ways to move overseas and work remotely as long as you have a solid plan for success. Employers want to hire those with experience who have the skill they need. They may not be looking for entry level IT jobs because they need someone with experience. That's why it's important to know what the requirements are before job search is all about finding a good match. So don't get discouraged if you aren't at the top of your resume or list of qualifications right away. Make sure you have the skills that are listed in the job posting for success. Remember that there is room for flexibility even when it comes to requirements. Before you apply for a job, ask yourself what the key requirements are, the non negotiables. These are the requirements that must be met before you can apply for a job. If your qualifications aren't listed on their website, as long as you meet these key requirements, everything else is secondary. There are many ways to get your dream job in America. This guide is just an example.